Greetings, fellow citizens of Disneyland. Brickey here. Today's adventure looking at the strategy of Halloween 2021, opening this past weekend at the Disneyland Resort, and what a successful weekend at the box office for Shang Chi means to Avengers Campus. Let's get started with your daily Disneyland news. This past weekend, we saw Disneyland's new system with reservations and the Magic Key annual pass program put to its first real-world test. After all, it was the last weekend of summer, the holiday weekend known as Labor Day weekend here in the U.S. Technically, summer ends at September 22nd, but Labor Day weekend always feels like that last hurrah, that last weekend of summer, so making it the perfect time to start celebrating the fall and kicking off the much anticipated Halloween 2021 season. After last year, there was no Halloween at the park. In fact, the only thing I can remember last year that was even slightly Halloween related were a handful of treats in downtown Disney and the opening of the Backlot Premiere Shop, which would open up as an extension to downtown Disney and a place for Disney to liquidate Halloween merchandise with a closed park. As we've been getting used to the reservation system all summer long at Disneyland since the park reopened in April, this weekend was the first big test of the Magic Key program mixed with the reservation system. Some of the experiences that are included with your ticket purchase or reservation date used with your pass includes the Haunted Mansion's Holiday Overlay, where Jack Skellington and all of his friends from Nightmare Before Christmas have now taken over the mansion each fall for the past 20 years, and remains unrivaled as the absolute best example of a Halloween overlay of an attraction. But there are a couple of other subtle ones over in DCA with Guardians of the Galaxy's Monsters After Dark, and then some even more subtle theming with Luigi's and Mater's inside of Cars Land. Every evening in Disneyland will close out with Halloween Scream's Nighttime Spectacular, but you will only get fireworks on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then there are decorations covering Main Street USA, Buena Vista Street, Cars Land, and Frontierland, and two major photo ops as Winky Blinky Mickey Mouse Pumpkin has returned in Town Square of Disneyland, and then over in DCA, the Headless Horseman is back. The attractions and shows are the treat that you get when you show up during Halloween season, but what Disneyland offers for sale, that is the trick. Disneyland went hard this year with merchandise, and I'm not just talking about the new adorable Mummy Mickey Mouse popcorn bucket that has gathered huge lines of people waiting to take one of those home, but where Disney has gone even harder than they did with the merchandise is with the treats. This is officially the most treated out Halloween we have ever seen at the resort. More food than we've seen offered in years past and available at more locations. Over 20 locations inside of Disneyland, over 20 locations inside of DCA, 10 locations in downtown Disney, and also limited edition treats inside of the hotels. I ran the numbers so you don't have to. It's about 150 different limited edition Halloween food treats. That means that you would have to go all 58 days and eat 3 or 4 items each visit to sample one of all of these Halloween treats. And even though 150 plus treats may seem like overkill, keep in mind, Disneyland is designed to be the locals' park. With 58 dates of Halloween and over 20 nights of Oogie Boogie's Bash, these events are designed to bring locals to the park more than one visit during the Halloween season. There's simply just too much to do by design, so you'll feel like you left good times on the table and that you will come back for another visit. Halloween at the Disneyland Resort has become a Southern California fall tradition for many families, now doing it as a multi-generational experience. And with the advent of social media, the food just gets bigger and brighter to get more attention and to garner more guests at the resort to buy the treat and to simply post a photo about the good time that they're having inside of Disneyland. And the park was very busy this weekend, but keep this in mind, it would have been much busier without reservations. It was sold out for key holders all throughout the weekend, which means all of the reservations that Disney put aside for key holders had been claimed. It was limiting the amount of fans that could just go down to the park and attend, which is horrible that you just can't pop down to the park and show up whenever you want, which for many annual pass holders that are locals, that was always the big attraction to having a pass, is that simply you had a key to the kingdom to go whenever you'd like. And ironically, now that you do have a key, you get much less access to the kingdom than what you had before. But it was a huge win for Disney fans that were able to get in this weekend. It was busy, but it was as busy as Disneyland wanted it to be, so that you could get reasonable ride times, so you could find a reasonable spot to watch the fireworks show. But even better, it was designed to create a better shopping and dining experience, which is why Disney went so hard on merchandise and food items, to have enough people inside of the park to make it feel busy and alive, but not so many people inside of the park that it feels paralyzed, where you can't move or go anywhere, and eventually you just put your head down in defeat and just sort of aim your human towards the exit gate, leaving defeated like it was just too busy to have the time that you wanted to have. So for guests that made the cut this weekend and were able to make it out to the park for the kickoff of Halloween, it was designed to be a better time for them. And if you didn't make it, if you were one of the fans that were blocked out, the system was designed to limit the odds of you going there and having a bad time. Because Disney's goal is to keep locals having fun at Disneyland and to keep them coming out to Halloween time at Disneyland. So the reservation system was designed for everyone that comes out, whether you're buying a single day ticket or showing up on your Magic Key, that you are given the opportunity, the best experience possible without being inside of a park that's too overrun to do anything. The Spooky Good Times run from now until October 31st at the Disneyland Resort. Friends, speaking of Halloween 2021 at Disneyland, you can find me this Thursday at Oogie Boogie Bash. I'll be kicking off a live stream over on YouTube at 7 p.m. and I'll be live streaming every Thursday from Oogie Boogie's Bash, giving you a window into the good times that are happening at DCA, giving you strategy and tips for when your appearance to Oogie Boogie shows up, or if you can't make it out this year, delivering you those spooky good times straight to your couch. The live stream kicks off at 7 p.m. this Thursday from Oogie Boogie's Bash inside of Disney's California Adventure. This past Friday was the official release of Shang Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. It's the second film in Marvel's Phase 4, with Black Widow being the first. And then this November 5th, we get Eternals, which will be the third film in Phase 4, and we will end the year with a fan favorite, probably the most anticipated film of the year, Spider-Man No Way Home, which will drop December 17th, right there in the holiday season. Friday, Disney Parks blog announced that Shang-Chi would be making an appearance at Avengers Campus, along with Death Dealer, his former mentor and high-ranking master of martial arts in the mysterious Ten Rings organization. Currently, the only battle scene that is being acted out in the park is the one between Black Widow and Taskmaster. Will the battle between Shang-Chi and the Death Dealer replace that battle or add a variety to Avengers Campus? My vote is for a variety. It'd be nice to have an additional character interaction and adventure show that's popping up, which would give us the Dora Milaje, the battle between Taskmaster and Black Widow, and then Shang-Chi and Death Dealer. It would be nice to have a variety of random shows of action scenes breaking out around Avengers Campus, making the campus feel much more materialized to its promise, where this is an area where we could go and train and be around Earth's mightiest heroes. Sadly, my last visits to Avengers Campus have not yielded any superheroes, any action shows, not really a lot to see or do. I would like to see DCA and Avengers Campus really commit to this theming because the land relies on it. Shang-Chi broke Labor Day records this weekend with $71.4 million as its early box office estimate. That's only $9 million off from Black Widow's opening weekend, which Black Widow is a bigger name with more star power. However, Shang-Chi this time around did not do a day-and-day release on Disney+, with $13.2 million alone coming from IMAX screens, showing people are voting with their dollars, that they are out there looking for entertainment experiences in the real world. This type of box office success bodes well for Marvel and Disney+, putting more co-op dollars, advertising dollars is another way to put it, inside of Disney's Avengers Campus. You may not realize this, but the movies and Disney Plus have marketing budgets of their own that they spend at Disneyland. Intercorporation marketing and budgeting is something that goes back to Walt's days. If these movies do better at the box office, they are inclined to spend more money at the theme park, which means more experiences for fans out at Avengers Campus. Looking forward to getting to see Shang-Chi and Death Dealer duel it out on the mean streets of Avengers Campus. And now my imagination is dreaming up what could they do with Eternals And will we see the Spider-Man show adjusted this holiday season as Spider-Man No Way Home makes its way into theaters as the big release for the holiday season 2021? Hey citizens of Disneyland, I hope you enjoyed today's Disneyland news. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know your thoughts on the news, and if there's anything that I can break down for you, please drop in a request. I'd like to thank members of Club 1313 for making today's news possible, and I'd like to thank you for showing up and allowing me to share with you the good news. Friends, until the next time I see you celebrating Halloween at the Disneyland Resort, I'll see you back here tomorrow with your daily Disneyland news.